Welcome back to a Guiding Light 911 Online. Today we're diving into a Guiding Light 365 daily reflections.
Oh, yeah.
You shared this with us, and I got to say the premise is really interesting.
Yeah.
This whole idea of like a year-long companion for inspiration and growth and gratitude,
hmm
and from what I've seen so far, it really delivers on that
It does.
through this really interesting blend of quotes and reflections.
Yeah, what I find fascinating is how it acts as like a daily mentor.
Okay.
Each day you get this powerful quote from a thinker, a leader,
Hmm.
or a visionary paired with a reflection that encourages you to not just think about the idea, but like actually apply it to your own life.
Yeah, and it's not just like a random collection of quotes either.
Right.
It's organized chronologically throughout the year, starting with January 1st, going all the way to December 31st.
That structure really stood out to me. It's almost like a guided curriculum for personal growth. It's taking you through this carefully curated journey of self-discovery over the course of a year.
I like that, a curriculum for personal growth.
Yeah.
And speaking of the quotes themselves, for example, on January 1st, the book kicks off with a quote from Steve Jobs.
Okay.
The only way to do great work is to love what you do.
That's a great one to start the year with, isn't it?
Yeah,
Sets a really powerful intention to align your work with your passions. And it's a reminder that great work doesn't have to feel like a grind.
Mm.
When you're genuinely passionate about what you do, it becomes an expression of who you are, not just a way to pay the bills.
Yeah, I think a lot of people can relate to that, especially in today's world where it's easy to get caught up in the hustle
Mm,
and lose sight of what truly matters.
for sure.
And what's interesting is that the book doesn't just present the quote.
Right.
It goes a step further with a reflection that prompts you to consider how you can bring more passion into your own work.
Exactly. It's not just about passively consuming these ideas. It's about actively engaging with them and finding ways to integrate them
Okay.
into your daily life.
And that's where the daily reflections become really valuable.
Yeah.
They act as a sort of bridge between inspiration and action, helping you translate these profound ideas into tangible steps you can take.
Flipping through the book,
Yeah.
I was really struck by a quote from Dale Carnegie
Okay.
for February 2nd. Success is getting what you want. Happiness is wanting what you get.
Ooh, that's a good one. It really gets you thinking about
It does.
how we define success and happiness. Is it about constantly striving for more, or is it about finding contentment
Hmm.
in the present moment?
Such a subtle shift in perspective.
Yeah.
But it can have a profound impact on how we approach life.
Mhm.
Carnegie's quote reminds us that true happiness doesn't come from chasing external achievements,
Okay.
but from cultivating a sense of gratitude and appreciation for what we already have.
And I think that's a message that's especially relevant in today's world, where we're bombarded with messages that tell us we need to constantly be striving for more,
Hmm.
be more productive, be more successful. It's easy to get caught up in that cycle and lose sight of the simple joys of life.
Absolutely. And the book provides a space for you to reflect on this idea and consider how you can shift your own mindset
Okay.
towards gratitude and appreciation.
Another quote that really stood out to me was from Friedrich Nietzsche for June 1st.
Okay.
He who has a why to live can bear almost anyhow.
Now, that's a powerful one. It speaks to the importance of having a strong sense of purpose in life. When you have a clear why, a driving force that motivates you,
Mm-hmm.
it becomes much easier to overcome challenges
Right.
and persevere through difficult times.
Yeah, it's almost like that purpose becomes your anchor, grounding you in the midst of life's storms.
Wow.
And without that anchor, it's easy to feel lost and directionless.
And the book doesn't just leave you with that thought-provoking quote.
Right.
It provides a space for you to reflect on your own why. It prompts you to ask yourself,
Hmm.
what is it that truly motivates me? What is my driving force? What is my purpose?
These are big questions, but I think they're essential questions for anyone
They are.
who wants to live a fulfilling and meaningful life. And I love how the book encourages you to explore these questions through daily reflection. It's like having a personal coach guiding you on a journey of self-discovery.
I agree.
For anyone listening who's finding this as fascinating as we are, you could actually pick up a copy of A Guiding Light 365 Daily Reflections on Amazon.
It's a great way to start your own year of inspiration and self-exploration.
I'm also noticing a trend with these quotes. They're all very positive and uplifting.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like this book is intentionally designed to cultivate a more positive and optimistic outlook on life.
I agree. There's a definite focus on personal growth and empowerment. It's not just about reading inspiring quotes. It's about taking those words and using them as fuel
Right.
to create positive change in your life.
One of the things I appreciate about this book is that it doesn't shy away from addressing the challenges of life.
Yeah, it acknowledges that there will be ups and downs,
Hmm.
but it encourages you to approach those challenges with a growth mindset, to see them as opportunities for learning and growth rather than roadblocks.
Speaking of growth mindset, that brings us to one of the broader things that we wanted to explore, personal transformation. Um, it seems like this book is really designed to guide you
Yeah.
through a process of self-discovery and improvement.
Absolutely. Each daily entry acts as a sort of mini lesson on personal growth,
Okay.
offering insights and strategies for becoming the best version of yourself. And by engaging with these lessons consistently over the course of a year, you're essentially creating a habit of self-reflection and improvement.
Yeah, it's like those small daily actions compound over time,
Yeah,
leading to significant personal transformation.
exactly.
And what I find interesting is that the book approaches personal transformation from a holistic perspective.
I see what you mean. It's not just about achieving external success or accumulating material possessions. It's about cultivating inner peace, developing strong relationships, and living a life that is aligned with your values.
Right. And that aligns with another key theme from the outline, mindfulness and motivation.
Okay.
The daily reflections encourage a practice of present moment awareness,
Uh-huh.
and they also seem to provide a boost of motivation to actually put these ideas into practice.
Yes, the motivational aspect is definitely key. It's one thing to read an inspiring quote and think, that's nice.
Right.
It's another thing entirely to feel compelled to actually take action and make changes in your life.
Yeah.
And I think the book does a great job of bridging that gap.
It's like it provides that extra push you need
Yeah.
to move from contemplation to action. And I think that's something that our listener, who values gaining knowledge quickly but thoroughly,
Yes.
would really appreciate.
Mhm.
This book offers a way to not only learn, but also to apply that learning in a very practical and tangible way.
Absolutely. It's not just about acquiring information. It's about using that information to create positive change in your life. And that brings us to another key theme that we wanted to discuss: gratitude and positivity.
It seems like this book is really encouraging a mindset shift
Yeah.
towards appreciating the good and embracing challenges as opportunities for growth.
It definitely emphasizes the power of perspective.
Okay.
Two people can experience the exact same event, but their interpretation of that event will determine whether they see it as a positive or a negative experience.
Right.
And this book provides tools and strategies for cultivating a more positive and grateful outlook.
I like that you brought up the idea of tools and strategies because this book isn't just a collection of feel-good quotes. It actually provides concrete guidance on how to cultivate these qualities of gratitude, positivity, and resilience.
Yes, it goes beyond simply telling you to be more positive.
Right.
It actually provides actionable steps you can take to shift your mindset and approach challenges in a more constructive way.
I'm also noticing that the book seems to be resonating with a lot of people. I've seen quite a few positive reviews online from people who say it's had a real impact on their lives.
That doesn't surprise me. There's something universally appealing about the idea of starting each day with a dose of inspiration and guidance. And for anyone who's looking for a practical and accessible way to cultivate a more positive and fulfilling life, this book seems like a great place to start.
I agree. And speaking of starting, if anyone listening is feeling inspired to embark on their own journey with a Guiding Light 365 Daily Reflections, it's available for purchase on Amazon.
It's a great way to invest in your personal growth and well-being.
As we've been talking about these different themes, it's really struck me how much this book aligns with the values of our listener.
Yes, it seems tailored to someone who is interested in personal growth, enjoys learning from multiple perspectives, and values practical, actionable insights.
Exactly. And it also speaks to their desire for aha moments. Those sudden bursts of insight that can shift your perspective and lead to personal breakthroughs. This book seems like it's full of those kinds of moments.
The way it combines thought-provoking quotes with reflective prompts
Right.
creates a perfect environment for those aha moments to emerge.
It's not just about passively consuming information. It's about actively engaging with ideas and making connections that resonate with your own life experiences. And when that happens, it can be incredibly powerful.
And I think that's what makes this book so unique. It's not just a collection of quotes. It's an invitation to embark on a journey of self-discovery and personal transformation.
It really does feel like a guided journey, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Almost like having a wise mentor accompanying you throughout the year, offering support
Yeah.
and encouragement along the way.
And what I find particularly insightful is the emphasis on action.
Okay.
It's not just about reading inspiring quotes and feeling good for a moment, but about translating those words into tangible changes in our lives.
Right. It's that crucial step of putting those insights into practice. And the daily reflections provide a structure for that,
Right.
encouraging you to identify concrete steps you can take each day, to embody the wisdom shared in the quotes.
Precisely, it's about bridging the gap between thought and behavior, between inspiration and action. And that's where real personal growth happens, when we move beyond simply knowing something to actually applying it in our lives.
As we've been discussing this book, I've been thinking about how it might appeal to different learning styles. It seems like it would resonate with visual learners who appreciate the clear layout and the use of quotes. But it also seems like it would be valuable for auditory learners who might enjoy listening to the quotes and reflections being read aloud.
That's a good point. It really does seem to cater to a variety of learning preferences. And for kinesthetic learners, the emphasis on taking action and putting ideas into practice
Yeah.
would be particularly appealing.
Absolutely. It's not just about passively absorbing information. It's about actively engaging with it and using it to shape your experiences. And that brings us to another point we wanted to touch on, the book's potential to create aha moments.
Yes, those moments of subtle insight where something clicks
Right.
and you see the world in a new way. I think the combination of thought-provoking quotes and reflective prompts creates the perfect environment for those moments to arise.
It's like the book acts as a catalyst for self-discovery, helping you connect the dots between these timeless wisdom teachings
Uh-huh.
and your own unique life experiences. And when those connections are made, it can be really transformative.
Speaking of transformative experiences, one quote that keeps coming to mind is from Robert Kiyosaki
Okay.
for December 31st. In the real world, the smartest people are people who make mistakes and learn. In school, the smartest people don't make mistakes.
That's a great one to end the year with, isn't it?
Mhm.
It's a reminder that mistakes are not failures. They're rather opportunities for learning and growth.
And it challenges the traditional notion of intelligence as the ability to simply get things right all the time. In the real world, it's more about having the courage to try new things, to make mistakes, and to learn from those experiences.
And I think that's a powerful message, especially for anyone who's feeling stuck or hesitant to step outside of their comfort zone. A Guiding Light 365 Daily Reflections seems to encourage a spirit of experimentation
Mm-hmm.
and a willingness to embrace the journey, even with its inevitable bumps along the way.
It's about seeing challenges as opportunities for growth rather than as roadblocks to success. And I think that's a really valuable perspective to cultivate.
So for our listener who's looking for a way to start their day with a dose of inspiration and guidance, the Guiding Light 365 Daily Reflections is a great option. And remember, you can find it easily on Amazon.
It's a gift that keeps on giving, a resource you can return to again and again, throughout the year and beyond.
Before we wrap up, I'd love to hear what stood out to you most from this deep dive, what resonated with you on a personal level.
What really struck me is the book's emphasis on cultivating a positive mindset. It's not about ignoring the challenges of life, but about approaching them with a sense of hope and possibility. And I think that's incredibly empowering.
I completely agree. It's about shifting our focus from what's wrong to what's right, from what we lack to what we have, from what we fear to what we desire. And that shift in perspective can make all the difference in how we experience life.
Beautifully said, and for our listener, perhaps this deep dive has sparked a desire to explore these ideas further and to embark on their own journey of personal growth and transformation.
I hope so. It's been a pleasure exploring a Guiding Light 365 Daily Reflections with you. And to everyone listening, if you're feeling inspired to start your own year of inspiration, remember that the book is available on Amazon.
It's a wonderful investment in yourself, a daily reminder of your own potential and the power of positive thinking.
Thank you for joining us for this deep dive on the Guiding Light 911 online podcast. We hope you found it insightful and inspiring.